Now, our next point is distribution of resources. How can we judge how the resources are distributed at different place? So, they can be either ubiquitous or localized. Now, this ubiquitous, that is a new word for you kids. So, ubiquitous means available everywhere all the time. So, example of ubiquitous are air and water and sunlight, which is available at all the places and at each moment of time. On the other hand, it is localized. Localized means the resources which are present or which are found at some particular places only, like some minerals, they are not found everywhere. For example, copper and iron ore, they are not found everywhere, but they are found at some particular places only. The next factor that is responsible for natural resources is the physical factors. So, these are the factors which are not same at each places. The climate differs, the altitude differs, the weather also differs. So, each different type of natural resources, their presence depend on their physical factors also. Now next we will start with the type of another resource, that is human made resources. Now this natural substances, as we seen previously, like air and water, they are natural substance, but when they are used by human beings for generating hydroelectricity or wind power energy, they become human made resources. So these natural resources, until and unless they are not used by human beings, they are not useful, and the process done by human beings make it as human made resources. Our third and the last type of resources, they are human resources. Means human themselves are considered as one type of resources. Now how is it possible? See, human beings have the quality and the ability, they have the mental power and the physical power also. So when this ability, they create something new for the welfare of human beings or other species. So this potential energy of human beings became human resources. Now kids, from this picture from your textbook, I would like to explain what human resources are and how humans are interdependent on each other. As we all know that we are dependent on farmers for the food grains, but whenever they find some met with some natural calamities and their crops are ruined, they are dependent on different scientists for new technology to get the better outputs. They are dependent on these scientists to use something new. So farmers are dependent on the scientists, this knowledgeable peoples, and in turn all peoples are dependent on farmers. So this interdependence show the power of human resource. Now kids, our next topic is conserving resources. We all know that whatever resources we are getting, we have to use in a very minimized way. Here this girl Mona, she is sleeping and she dreams something very bad, that all the things, all the animals, all the water, air, everything gets exhausted on this earth, and the humanity, the mankind comes to an end. So she is asking her mother that is it possible? Then her mother explains that yes, it is very much possible if we human beings won't understand the use the resources in an economical way, then a time will come when everything will get exhausted and nothing will be there on this earth for the next generation. So this thing where we use our resources in a sustainable way, in an economic way, is known as resource conservation. These children here, they are taking some measures so that they can conserve the resources, they can preserve the nature for the next generation. They are making few paper bags so that they can ban the use of plastic, because we all know that plastic pollutes our environment. They are making baskets out of bamboo stick, which again they are biodegradable. So they are insisting everyone to use biodegradable things so that won't harm our environment. They make sure in their house that when water is not needed, they turn off the tap. When lights and fans are not needed, they turn off them, and they use it in a very economic way. So you all also, kids, you can also do these things sitting at your home. You can plan, you can make sure that you are using all the resources in a very economic way that will help in resource conservation. So kids, when you come back to school, do tell me that what steps have you taken for conserving the resources. That's all in this chapter. Thank you, kids. Have a nice time.